Hey guys, welcome back. I'm completely in shock. I'm completely in shock, man. If you just watch the Argentina versus Egypt game, I'm completely speechless on what just happened. I don't know what is wrong with African football, but the World Cup is revealing what is wrong with African football. I'll get to the referee and the VIA later on, but let's confront the elephant in the room. There is fundamental issues with African football. We've seen it with Egypt, we've seen it with Senegal, we've seen it with Ivory Coast. But I don't want to add Cape Verde. Cape Verde tried a lot, but this is a consistent issues with African football. You can't hold your breath when Africans are leading in the World Cup without seeing this breakdown, this fundamental breakdown in their defense, in their mental breakdown that leads to other opponents equalizing and winning the game in the last minute. It is ridiculous. It is something that needs to be examined. I'm completely flabbergasted on what is going on with African football. How can you consistently lose a game that you're leading 2-0 less than 10 minutes to go? It happened to Egypt now today. It happened to Senegal. It happened to Ivory Coast. I mean, come on. What is going on with these African teams, man? It is completely unexplainable on what is going on. That you cannot hold on to your defense for just 10 minutes or 5 minutes at the end of the game to win the game. It is ridiculous. They need a psychoanalysis of these African players, the coaching staff, to find out what is going on, because I cannot explain it to myself. And we're going to get to the ref later on. The ref are the worst referee I've ever seen in a World Cup tournament. You give on one side, you give a freak, you overturn a goal that is completely a goal because it was a foul or a fragment that is so barely inconsistent with the whole World Cup. And then at the end, when Salah got fouled at the 18 box, you refuse to give the penalty, and then the goes to the other side and score. The refereeing, the calling of the fouls are inconsistent. It favors Argentina, it favors Messi, but that's not an excuse of what is going on with African football, because it shouldn't get to that level where you have two leads, 79 minutes left, 79 minutes played, you have about 10 minutes left or 5 minutes left or 8 minutes left, and then you completely just screwed up the whole thing and lose the game again. I mean, this is unexplainable. It's just I can't even believe it. It's like I'm dreaming. But something has to be fundamentally wrong with African football. It is being shown on the world stage of all African football, and it's so disgusting because I'm so fed up with it. You are able to compete. You can't tell me that Argentina is better than Egypt, because they wasn't better. Although they had some kind of favoritism by the ref or the VAR to give them this win. But the most blame has to go with the Egypt team. Look at England versus Mexico. In Mexico City, in Mexico country, in Mexico stadium, with the whole fan rooting for Mexico, England was able to stand the play a great defense to see that game through. Why is it that each African country can't stay focused for 10 minutes or 5 minutes to see a game through? It is disgusting, and I'm fed up with them. And it's unexplainable. I don't just understand what is going on with African countries' football. It has to be checked, it has to be analyzed, it has to be psychoanalyzed, because there's something fundamentally wrong with Africans. I don't know if it's inferiority complex that's worrying them, or they just lack concentration or no tactics, but there is something wrong, because this is not the first time. It has gone throughout the whole tournament. Egypt, Senegal, Ivory Coast. But if you want to put it, you can put Cape Verde. Cape Verde is, I can't put Cape Verde into this basket of of fortunate events because Cape Verde came and performed way beyond their capacity. But you cannot tell me what I'm seeing is reality because I'm just so completely fed up, man. It is so sad. And it's just so unexplainable. But this is my review, but I'm so fed up with African football, man. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. Because I thought African football has come along. Nine of the African countries qualified for the knockout stage, and then you have Egypt and Morocco. Morocco will never do this. Morocco, I mean, I'm not to give my hands up for Morocco. Morocco will never come this far and make other teams come back and beat them after 2-0 nil. Look at what they did to Canada, 3-0. So I have to give my hat to Morocco, even though they have not played that match. But Morocco cannot be seen doing this, man. Morocco can't do this. So that's how I end my video. I'm so frustrated with African football. It's a shame. Egypt. I mean, I'm so speechless of what just happened now. I don't know what is going on. But the ref are complicit in what is going on here as well. Because you cannot call a foul on one end and don't call a foul on the other end. It is unfair. It's unprofessional. The whole game now, the whole World Cup, it's probably the US suspension of the red card. The whole World Cup is not. It's kind of a suspect now. The whole World Cup is kind of a suspect. This is sad. But Egypt, you are responsible for your actions and your deeds. You are so close to making history, but you couldn't hold your nerves. Your inferiority complex came along at the end, and you gave up a 2-0 lead, and it's so sad. Okay, peace. I'm so frustrated with African football, for real.